What's up, guys? All right. Where? All right, we have everything. Camera working? Good. Um, Ailing Village, I think was the last thing I was doing here. It's going through the Ailing Village. Um, this place is... Oh. Is that a rat? This place is really weird because it does sort of continue this vague implication that this continent has a deeper connection to maybe like the Crucible or for the Frenzied Flame at least. Like, is the fact that the Ailing Village is here related to the fact that Irina becomes Hayata? Because I'm kind of under the impression, or I am, I guess, of the belief that Irina was sort of being groomed for the role um to to be a finger reader for the Three Fingers. I think that was her purpose. Or something I'd never really considered before right now. I guess it is possible that maybe she was just meant to be a finger reader, like for the two... Oh god. Sorry, yeah, that was kind of a cool death animation from the Frenzied Flame. So, I, I think it might also be possible that she was meant to be like a normal finger reader, and her death allowed for some kind of rebirth to happen by the Three Fingers. Because there's a shield around here, the Shield of the Guilty. It's also near this area. It's right up here. Okay, so... Yeah, I feel like a little bit more confident in this now. I think it might be possible that because she died, she metaphorically went into the dark and she was reborn. Well, no, something about her eyes being crushed by thorns before being reborn? I don't know, I need to go find that. So maybe she was groomed for the role. I mean, that does make more sense for this area. I need to go... Oh, well, I'll check that church out first. Let's see, there's also... I want to say there's some interesting things just here related to the villagers. It's some of the villagers, it's not these ones, because these don't really have any distinctive markings or anything. Like, there is this at the bottom of their robes, but, like, whatever, that's not really... That's nothing. I was pretty sure that there was some kind of... I thought there was someone wearing something more elaborate up here. Might be wrong. Oh, whoops, my UI. Oh, gone. Wow, this place is actually be a bit of a problem. Alright, let's gotta fight fire with fire here. Is that everything? Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. Actually, I am interested, something I've never thought to look at before. Also, this is called a baptismal church, which baptism is about rebirth. Um, what does that sound? I don't know. They do have eyes. Ooh, I got an incantation. I'll probably need to get my mind stat a little bit higher. Ooh, some kind of focus spell. So if I wanted to use it. Ah, wow! I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Yeah. And I love that, like, the way that this game will give you flasks if you kill, like, a group of enemies. Because it also is kind of nice to know that you've actually killed them all. God. Okay, so we go west. Those are more of those ruins from that civilization that I keep ranting about. Ooh. A tempting fate there. Don't even really need to be here. I'll pause the game at least. So... Sorry, I always get distracted by these things because I'm still not 100% sure how they ended up on the side. Like, if the ground was moved, or if they were placed there on purpose. Anyway. So yeah, these are everywhere, these columns, and like, it's really, really unclear who made them. It seems like maybe the Giants, or... But, like, there's not a ton of metal, and I would expect more metal stuff from the people that invented forging, I guess. Oh, and the other thing is they're connected to... I'm pretty sure that this civilization is connected to the Great Tree, because I think that they are the civilization that built the catacombs. There are golems near a lot of these, almost all these ruins. That's right. This is where I need to go south first. Oh, Site of Grace down there. Okay. How am I gonna drop down safely? I just probably need to go here and then go back up. Okay, so north and around the corner there. Whoops, wrong direction. I'm just getting all turned around. So... Where the hell was I talking about? Sorry, there's like a lot of different like things in this area that are all grabbing my attention. So there was the baptismal church, which kind of symbolizes rebirth. And there's this thing I'm trying to get to up here, there's a shield in this area. Oh, this is not a safe place to stop. More of these ruins. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're associated with the Great Tree. That was another thing I was trying to talk about. And I don't think that that would be the Giants, because I don't think that the Giants would... I mean, you know, they're like... I think they're described as anathema to the Erd Tree. Like, they seem like, you know, the exact opposite. I thought that was you. I thought you've been, like, eating something. Oh. Sorry. There was, like, a bunch of weird sounds. And I have a very mischievous cat. And yeah, I don't think that the fire giants would like have an association with a tree. They feel like the exact opposite of a tree and everything a tree stands for. Like, they exist to burn things like trees. Like great trees. In fact, I'm kind of the opinion that that's what their forge might be. Like an immortal tree being burned forever. But, I don't know. Okay. So, that is that site of grace I was trying to get to earlier. Do I need to level up? Fine. So I've kind of thought maybe the ruins are from Godfrey's reign. Like, maybe the golems are from Godfrey's time or something. Maybe Godfrey knew how to create golems, like he had knowledge of how life worked as Elden Lord, because... Something I need down there? I'll go north first. Selen tells us, like, when you become Elden Lord, or she asks us, after, if you finish her questline and side with her, she says, if you become Elden Lord, please tell me the secrets, or teach me the secrets of life. Or, like, lay bare its secrets, I think is what she says. So, maybe Godfrey, as Elden Lord, would have known how to make those golems. It kind of reminds me, one of the things that really kind of made me suspicious of that is when I played Dark Souls 2, I learned about this character, or the King Vendrick, who is like basically the equivalent of the Elden Lord for that game. Like, he was the last king or whatever. You get it. So he had this queen who was secretly of darkness. Like, she appeared to be this perfect maiden of light or something like that. Maybe I'm forgetting that, or I might be misremembering that part. But she was she manipulated Vendrick into attacking the giants, and then he learned a secret from the giants that allowed him to create golems, which, you know, sounds like it could have been what happened to Godfrey, and I'm not saying that just because something like that happened in a previous game, it has to be what happened in this game. But uh, you know, I feel like it does sort of make it more likely, at least, since like there's so many sort of repeating themes in these games. Especially since the Mimic's Veil is called Marika's Mischief, apparently, as well, like in the description. So that sounds a lot like if I remember correctly, Nishandra was like whatever they wanted her to be or whatever they needed her to be. If I remember, I might be misremembering that. It might have been like a golden queen or something too. Like I don't want to misremember it and make it even more like, you know, Queen Marika than it was. Oh my god, fire bad. Well, I mean, good for me, but... Cool. So now... I'm gonna have to fight a demi-human queen. Don't know if I can actually take that on right now. Okay, actually, I've got 5 healing vials. That's more than I thought. So yeah, if Nishandra could kind of just change her appearance to be whatever, and fit whatever people expected of her, and Marika could change her appearance in some way, then I don't know. Interesting that I would be interested in the number of parallels at the very least. So yeah, just wanted to check out this demi-human queen real quick. Have those weird teeth. And they wear veils to cover their eyes, or some of them do at least, which is interesting because that is, you know, kind of what the Nox do. It has those weird golden black eyes that some characters have. They have these weird tattoos on their body. It's like swirls and some like dots, sort of. What is this made of? This is of cloth, just sort of stitched together. I was wondering if maybe it was like dragon hide or some kind of hide or something. But yeah, it doesn't really seem... Her face kind of looks like a dog? Or a wolf, honestly? Like the nose looks kind of canine. I mean, the teeth and mouth and stuff obviously look kind of human, but... Anyway. Oh my god. Friendly fire is on. Yikes. Oh my god. That was a little bit close. I almost have all the lackeys down though, and then I'll be free to just focus on her. Ooh, a Falchion. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Okay, I kind of hoped I could time that with actually beating the boss, but... Dude. Human Queen Staff and Crystal Burst. So maybe I was misremembering where that shield comes from, unless... Let me check some of these items around here. I could have sworn it came from this, like these ruins. Maybe it's in one of those underground areas. I need to... Oh, what's up, Garfield? Hope I haven't, like, been ignoring your message for too long. How are we doing on this fine day? Well, it's a Friday, so thank God, am I right? Anyway. That's pretty good. Now I just showed up? Okay, cool. Trying to remember if... I was pretty sure that this is the place that the Shield of the Guilty is in. But now I don't know. Like the demi-human ruins. Because there was a boss here, but I know a lot of these places also have... It is there. Okay, so I'm just bad at finding things. Oh, that's right, I have a horse. Just ignore the walls. Aha! Yeah, also, what's up, Big Pisser? Yes, okay. So this is it. So I was just mentioning earlier that I think that this could be talking about basically what happens to Irina. I mean, it seems like it's talking about the guilty, and it might, I mean, it is obviously, I think, talking about the guilty in a broad sense, but I think Irina is somehow one of these guilty because she... I mean, her eyes... Something happened to her eyes from a young age, and she was reborn, I mean, literally as Hyetta. There is some connection between Irina and Hyetta because... And, you know, among many other reasons, you know, looking exactly the same, talking exactly the same, or, I mean, having the exact same voice actress, whatever. I think they do. Anyway. Jeez. They, oh, that's right. Irina's body. When you approach it, it will say Irina is dead, or, like, she is dead, until Hyetta dies. In whatever way, and then it will stop saying she's dead. So there's at least, I feel like that is some kind of subtle hint that they are, I don't know why, they're linked. The shield is integral to a really unhinged theory of mine. Go for it, I'm interested. Maybe the maiden was reborn into Irina, and that's why she's blind in the first place. I think, personally, that she was, like, this area, this entire continent, seems like it has some weird connection to, like, the Crucible or, like, the Frenzied Flame or Madness or something. I think that Irina was being groomed to be, like, a finger reader for the three fingers or something. Like a Madness finger reader, by her father, probably. Not super sure, but yeah. So I think that... I don't know if necessarily she was supposed to die, or if he knew that she was supposed to die, but I do think that he did something to her prior to her dying that caused her rebirth to happen. Yikes. Okay. Maybe that's why she's blind in the first place. I think it's possible that Irina was blinded by some sort of briars of sin at a young age, and also we don't know if briars of sin are even like a necessarily a physical thing that you can see. Like briars of sin could be a metaphorical thing that is sort of it could affect you on a more spiritual level, just given the nature of the game. More Banished Knight stuff. It's all Banished Knight. Swords. Bird Crest. I'm curious about your unhinged theory, Big Pisser. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that there are a bunch of Misbegotten here, and the Ailing Village is just north of this place. I think that they're... Oh, it's a lot to explain. Gotcha. I understand. To summarize, Castle Morn, Elden Beast, 3 pounds of potatoes, and all the butterflies you can handle. That's about as clear as I can get it. Those are the cliff notes. You can read between the lines to figure out the rest. Basically, that's the theory. What? Okay. I knew that wasn't gonna work. Okay, so when I come back to life, this time I'm actually gonna look at Misbegotten a little bit more, like I meant to last stream. But, except it's Miranda Flowers, Fire Giants, Bloodstar Worshippers, and Saint Trina. Is it all Formless Mother? Because I have sort of a similar theory about, like, Moog, Formless Mother, Bloodstar situation. Interesting though. Saint Trina, Miranda Flowers. Oh, that's a lot of rebirth stuff. Okay, and also the shield is about rebirth. So I can see that you're trying to tie something into rebirth. Huh. I got killed by a roar? He literally went, ah, and it killed me? For... I don't really feel like those should do damage. It is sound, sir. And, like, sonic weapons exist, okay? Sound can hurt. But, like, he made that with his mouth. And he wasn't even facing me. Whatever. I'm not salty about it at all. What you just saw was not salty. It was me being super, super okay with what just happened. Rewriting the narrative by manifesting it. Gaslight reality. Also, yeah, let's check out this. That's how I sound when I'm okay too. Welcome to chat, Seagull. Okay, so, um, I guess these were the inhabitants of the castle before, and these sort of robes that they're wearing are, I guess what's important here. They look like Godric, um, sort of commoner type people. I think this was a castle of Godric. Uh, so they do. A lot of them have. Oh, these only have 2 little chicken wings on the back. The ones that do have wings have 4 wings, like ancient dragons. And I mean, they do look sort of like scaled and vaguely draconic. It's really hard to like figure out. Oh, and also their eyes. Wait, their eyes. Hold on. Kind of look like flying monkeys. Oh, never mind. That was a mistake. It's gross. I thought that they had like vertical slit like pupils. Um, no, they're just those weird, vague, black and gold orbs that everyone in this game pretty much has. I thought I almost got him to like just jump off. Finally. Okay, anyone else? Alright. Okay, let's get back to... Did I get that stuff that was over here? No. Awesome. Steel wire torch. A slightly better torch! Hooray! Also a little bit heavier. It's fine. I just need it to make light. Looks like the soldiers are winning. I want to say that doesn't normally happen, but I don't always watch this. So, I was about to summarize what Edgar says, but I guess I'm about to talk to him. That would be kind of a waste of time. I might have skipped him. No, that's how I get to him up there. Okay. I forgot, it's kind of like convoluted to get to him. Cool. Yeah, I need to level up or something, just a little bit. Huzzah! So dorky. Know why I'm rolling. Ah, that's why I was rolling. That was awesome. Stab that dude out of the sky. Fireball. Fireball. Ow. Cool. How's it hanging? I think there was something over here. Giant cleaver. Oh, I don't want to go there yet, unfortunately. Anyway. God. No, I'm not... Look, I'm not racist, okay? Trust me. I'm just gonna go talk to this racist.
There's a face I've not seen before.
Oh my god, drink some
I'm
water.
Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're
Yeah,
foul
foul
inside
creatures.
and out.
Why aren't they cool with
I'm
being my
sorry to
slaves?
disappoint you,
I
but
thought we were
whatever you
chill.
come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology. I see. From Arena. Thank you.
Arena.
I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall.
This part frustrates probably not just me, but a lot of people. Because, like,
Arena, do tell her father will come for her.
I think that there is sort of a force in this game that can make you, like, I call them divine commandments. Basically, I think that some gods can tell you to do something and then you will want to do it. I think, I don't understand exactly how this ties. I mean, I wouldn't think that Godric would be able to do it. But it seems like that's what's happening to this Banished Knight somehow. Maybe the Banished Knight was given an instruction, oh, Jesus Christ. You know, maybe he was told to obey Godric a long time ago or something, and that's all that matters, but it seems like he has this sort of internal desire to, like, he can't pull himself away from this place until the sword is okay, but he knows that he can't do it. He cannot go get that sword. I think that there is something that's sort of beyond logic preventing him from leaving there until the sword, until, like, he is relieved of this duty to, like, protect this sword. In fact, I mean, it's possible that he could even see going and sacrificing himself to the creature to, like, protect the sword would not be protecting it. Kind of like Hugh in the Round Table. Exactly like Hugh in the Round Table. That is actually one of the things that I got the idea from originally. And he says that... Hugh says that smithing is, like, helps him forget, like, how terrifying the sight of, like, Marika was. And, oh god. And I think that that's because... So, like, the description for how this power works, I think, is in the store seals, which are, like, I mean, it looks like the eye looks pretty freaky. I think that it's possible that their eyes, like, might do that when they give divine commandments or something. That's just sort of my headcanon. But, yeah, I think Hugh was given a command, and I think all the Tarnished might even be. Like, I think it might be possible that the curse is sort of, or, like, the command is sort of so powerful that it can, like, pull you from death. And maybe there's, like, some degree of, like... Maybe there's some degree of, I wonder if there was a curse placed on the Banished Knights by Marika at some point in the past, just like Hugh was apparently cursed by Marika. I think that is very, very possible. I am actually kind of the opinion... I haven't really gone through and checked them all to be 100% sure, but I am even kind of wondering if all of the echoes of Marika are places where she has given divine commandments. For whatever reason. not necessarily saying that, but I think that it could explain some of the gods' behavior too. Why some of the gods that seem like they would be really nice people would be driven to, like, she commanded them to make something of themselves. So, uh, oh, sorry. There's a couple things I'm having. So first of all, I think that if you give up on this thing, like, I mean, it's, I feel like you shouldn't be able to give up this commandment, this thing that this command that you're given. But if the tarnished are afflicted with it, then it seems like the ones that abandon their goal are maybe the ones that can't see grace anymore. Okay, yeah, I just never remember. We have zero clue what role they played in or against Godfrey / America's conquest. Yeah. Um, Honestly, I am of the opinion that I am pretty certain at this point that the Banished Knights were Godfrey's knights. Uh, I think that they were banished possibly because of what happened to Godfrey, like how he was banished, exiled, whatever. But and I think that that's why they have wind powers as well, and why they're in places connected to like the Golden Lineage, like uh, Castle Saul, um, Stormvale. Morgott asked them for help. Morgott would maybe know who they were. They might have been from Morgott's time. But I mean, we know that there. I'm pretty sure that Horalu, or sorry, the Godfrey, whatever, was allies with the Stormhawks. Um, which they're some of the only beings that can use like wind abilities, other than the Banished Knights and the Zamor. And also, I'd like to say that the Zamor have like really long hair like the Banished Knights. They're right by Castle Saul up there. And there are a lot of like, there's some Stormhawks that are in the mountains up there, and there's also a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of like animal spirits in the mountains up there. But in the Zamor, oh god, in the Zamor ruins, there are specifically a lot of like hawk spirits, which I think is really strange. I guess I'm not really sure. I think that they might have been the soldiers that like helped Godfrey with his conquest, and maybe that is why they were. That maybe those were the the whatever the reason that they were banished instead of, I guess, or they were. I don't remember what their armor says. It says that because of their achievements, their punishment was like not as severe as it could have been, I guess. Oh my god. Panic roll. Gotta watch out. Also, yeah, there's like Banished Knight gear in like in all these places that are connected to like Godfrey's era. There's, I think they're even in the Colosseum a bit. Like there's some, I don't remember if it's like a room that's like cut content technically, or if it's actually. I'll go check out some Colosseums in a sec. But I remember looking around with the Freecam and finding some Banished Knight stuff in the Colosseums, which are obviously from Godfrey's time. Oh, that is a... I hope I still get that. Oh, never mind. Must have been misremembering. I thought that there was an incantation around here. I don't remember. Not that I can think of. Wait, what? Not that you can think of? Oh, that incantation there? Oh, yikes. How am I... I am so surprised I'm alive. Damn. Okay. Aw, rats. There was something else about the Banished Knights. Oh, okay. One of the really big things that makes me think that they are probably from Godfrey's time is that the tree sentinels, the malformed tree sentinels that are, they seem like they are like older than the other tree sentinels. They have dragons on their helmets that are really, really similar to the dragons that are on the Banished Knights' helmets. And I think that that could also hint at some sort of connection to, sort of closer connection to the dragons, maybe in Godfrey's time. Because I think that there's a reason he's not really, like, connected to the war against the ancient dragons. I think that, and it's related to the fact that the 4 belfries can bring us to Stormvale and Farum Azula. Let's see, there was something else, I don't remember. Let me just make sure I get this item this time. Cool. Oh, I also think that the Leonian Misbegotten that I'm about to fight is a, or I think not just the Leonian Misbegotten I'm about to fight, but all of these sort of red-ish, Crucible, or sorry, Misbegotten things. I think that they used to be Crucible Knights. They share a couple moves with them, and I think that... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I didn't pick up my rune. My brain is just like... It's in lore mode. Gotta switch back to lore mode. So... The... Oh, right. So the Misbegotten are the result of contact with the Crucible, and the armor of the Crucible Knights says something like even their armor eventually became, or sorry, even their appearance became something of scorn or something that wasn't liked, and I think that that might be a hint at the fact that some of them became these other Misbegotten. They have really, really human-like faces, too. It's so weird. They have the most human faces of all the Misbegotten. It's almost like Uncanny Valley. I'll zoom in on it when we get to them. That was a waste. It was a waste of blue juice. Oh my god, how did that not hit him? I needed to be locked on for that. What's up, Rancid Nanners? Really Elding my rings out here? Those are some crazy eyeball emojis. I love it. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. I really want to just fight that Leonine Misbegotten now that I kind of hyped it up. Isn't there... I might be misremembering, or maybe I already got to it. Oh yeah, no, there's another site of grace down there. I just need to stop dying as soon as I get down there. I'm out. Cool. I touched the tree, so... I don't even remember what... I haven't played Tag in so long, I don't even remember what the hell it's called. Did we call it base? Jesus Christ. Always be wary of rat. Yes. Rats and dogs, I feel like, are the two enemies, among others, that, like, no matter what level you're at or how many times you've played the game or how good you are at it, they'll humble you. They will... If you don't keep your wits up, they'll get you. Let me just zoom down these steps, rungs. Careful with the jellyfish. Huzzah! Squadala! Okay, now let's look at this weirdo's face. Okay, that would have been like... Sorry, his mouth is like stuck open or something? It's like a really weird... I did not want to get a look at his face doing that. Okay, so... Yeah. Isn't that like weird? How, like, it has like a relatively normal human face. It's the most human-like of... Sorry, that looked familiar, I thought. I think that they used to be Crucible Knights. And I also think that that's one of the reasons that, Yikes. I think that's one of the reasons that we could fight a Crucible Knight and a Leonine Misbegotten, Yikes. In Radahn's place. It's one of the enemies... It's one of the bosses that you can fight, I think. Oh, I meant to catch him on fire. Damn, okay. So, I might need to go through some more dungeons and stuff before I get through this, because I think I'm just crazy underleveled. I barely did any damage. The birds in this game are like winged dogs. Don't even get me started on the birds. When they start birding, it's very annoying. Annoying. Okay, something I actually really need to do, and stop ignoring, is my weapons. I need to level up my weapons, actually. Maybe that's all I have to do. Really? I was just about to... Cool. Oh my god, that made me a little nervous. Just a tiny bit. Alright. I think I'm probably good now. I'm gonna go level up upgrade my weapons.
Be sure to tell me if you meet as a servant to my... She's been my companion. I've lost count of the number on it.
Well, where have you... I took you for no matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms, then.
Another thing that makes me think that the Tarnished might be cursed as well is that Roderica says something like, slay the god that, whoops, playing too much Dark Souls. Slay Marika, the one that cursed us all, or something like that. Like, she straight up says, like, we are all cursed. Can I buy any of those upgrade stones yet? Probably not, because I haven't been trying to go for those caves.
What? Oh, are you aggrieved at the notion you are but a visitant here? Then you would do well to remember the first words of grace given to you. Stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. If those words held any meaning to you, follow the guidance of grace.
The first words of grace given to you. Stand before the Elden Ring. Become Elden Lord. That is part of one of those things that I was just saying might be a divine commandment at the Third Church of America, I think. No. She says that at the Church of Pilgrimage. I think, yeah.
Once the wisdom of the two fingers becomes your own, as a true man, I have high hopes for you. I'm sick and tired of them. These namby-pamby tarnished think us no more than a shelter from the rain. We've spoken long enough.
Anyway, Mr. Edgelord. Okay, so I need to go and grab... Let's see, you can always see them on the map. You just need to find... Maybe it's this place right here. That might be where the smithing stones are. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Going up above and then jumping down might be the better plan, though. Holy God. I thought I was on the lower area, but the Weeping Peninsula is so uneven. There's so many hills. That was, I just died because it's the game's fault, and this area's fault, not mine. Okay, so now... Sorry, I thought there was an enemy there, but I think it was a tree, and I'm a little jumpy. Cool. Now oh, this might not be how I get over there. Thank God it is. Horn Tunnel. I don't think I've been in here for a long time. If I could jump off there. This is one of the reasons I've started a fresh character. I want to go through some of these dungeons because I don't remember which ones I've, double checked or what. I could make a list, but I'd rather just play through the whole game again. Oh, damn. Okay. Didn't take any damage from that. Absolutely bonkers. Jumped off too early again. Is that not the same exact distance I just fell? It was like the same... Maybe I didn't stop all the way? Fall damage in this game is so whack. It is so weird. Honestly, I would say that the fall damage is one of this game's like most annoying aspects. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It doesn't kill the game or anything, but it's just, I feel like it very consistently makes exploring just like a little bit dumber. Sorry, I am... It is there. I can just jump off here from the top. Jesus. Oh my god, there's nothing here. The ultimate middle finger. Amazing. Okay. Let's continue. Let me just reset this elevator for when I want to leave. Hopefully soon. More Misbegotten, which I guess makes sense because they are servants of Morn Castle, steeped in resentment. Alright. Made me a little bit nervous there for a second, but we are good? What is that? Oh. Cool. I'm not sure what to make of smithing stones. Because they seem like they have some connection to the dragons. They're also, like... I've had a crazy theory that feels like it should be impossible, but, like, I can't stop thinking about it. So, like, Godwin apparently defeated... Or, it seems like a lot of ancient dragons were probably defeated in the war against the ancient dragons, considering they lost, and there are barely any ancient dragons anywhere. But there aren't any ancient dragon bodies really around, other than a few in those cathedrals. And Grand Sax, obviously. So I've kind of wondered if maybe a bunch of them, like, were pulverized and somehow, like, became part of the Altus Plateau, and that's why there's so much gold on the Altus Plateau. Now, for that to be true, there would have to have been way more ancient dragons than I feel like maybe one might have thought there would be. But, I mean, we really don't... I don't really think we have any idea how many ancient dragons they... The ancient dragon smithing stones are explicitly stated to be the scales of Placidusax. No clue how that corresponds with the smithing stones found underground in mines. Right. That is the thing, like, and they're called, like, ancient dragon smithing stones too, right? So, and if you look at the descriptions of the items too, it kind of shows, like, a timeline where, the most powerful stones looked like they were used sort of, I think, closer to the Erd Tree's, like, birth. Or, I might be... I hope I'm not misremembering that. So, it's almost kind of like, you know, they were at their purest strength at that time, and then they've kind of just... They've been maybe, you know, mining the gold out of the ground. And it's like lesser purity or something. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm wondering if the ancient dragons, when they were defeated, like, their gold was sort of infused into the ground, and that could be what these somber smithing stones are. But I don't think that tracks. I don't think that makes sense with, like, what happened with... I think in the 1.0 content, or in 1.0, they were described as meteorite pieces. Which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but, I mean, that's not worth... I mean, that's, you know, worth, I guess, considering, at least. Like, you know, maybe it's underground and all over the place because, like, it's gold from the heavens that, like, crashed all over. I don't know how I feel about that, but, I mean, it certainly seems possible. And we know that there's, like, all these meteorites that look like they had gold in them in certain places. Like, possibly here, actually. That would be really interesting if there was one at the end of this cave. And also, there's a falling star beast here. Yeah, that's a meteorite. And... no, that's a misbegotten. And he's all scaly. Nice. Forget about it. Rusted anchor. He has the rusted anchor. That is interesting. Damn it, that really gives a lot of credence to Last Protagonist's thoughts about the Crucible being connected to Godfrey. Like, interesting. I am more obliged to think that maybe they are meteorites now, which actually... all of this could also lend a little bit more credence to... I would assume smithing stones below 8 are probably not dragon scales. The material looks nothing like the ancient dragon smithing stone. It is clearly metal. Well, like, ancient dragons are made of, like, stone and, like, gold. I think that, personally, I think primordial gold, like the red gold that is close in nature to life itself, I think that is, like, the actual life force of the ancient dragons, and I think the Crucible Knights, like, took it from them, because there's this whole setup in Farm Azula right by this Crucible Knight that is exactly the same setup as, like, the cathedrals. And I've also... wait. Where... oh, I wanted to see if I had bell bearing that I went... did I not get the bell bearing? Let me make sure. So Yeah, it might be, but that is a good point, though. I mean, it might not be dragon scales, and it doesn't really seem like it is. But I'm kind of the opinion that the ancient dragons, in the same way that like the I didn't then, in the same way that the Onyx and Alabaster Lords were born from meteorites crashing, and then they came to life. They have silver throughout their bodies, and they actually bleed silver too. And their bodies are made of stone. So I think that it's possible that the ancient dragons are, like, Elden stars is described as a stream of golden stars, and it really only addresses, the one star with the Elden Beast in it. So I think all the smaller stars might have given birth to ancient dragons. Like the ancient dragons might be something like stars or the result of crashed stars, similar to something like a falling star beast, but very different. Not dissimilar, because they're both made of stone. And the primordial or the primeval current is about, according to like some stuff about the Crystallians, it is about this sort of mixing, or the line between something inorganic and like life and death being blurred. The fact that Crystallians are inorganic things that are living, that contradiction makes them inherently similar or close in nature. It makes them close enough to the primeval current that the sorcerers want to study them just for that reason. And the ancient dragons, as beings of living stone, I think would qualify. Anyway. But yeah, it's hard to tell if, like, the smaller fragments are maybe something that, like, leached from, like, ancient dragon strength and sort of, like, diluted over time and spread. Or if it's just smaller bits of it, less concentrated bits. I mean, I guess we don't even really know what it is. I do think that they are gold, though. Like, even somber smithing stones, some of them are actually even described as gold. I think the somber smithing stone 7 says that it's made of gold. It's gold that I guess has been drained of color. Oh god. And like the lore reasons for that, I think, could be that like color sort of represents like emotions or personality bits that would interfere with maybe like a weapon that had a unique skill. It would interfere with that unique skill, whereas like a common weapon that doesn't have a unique skill or unique memories attached to it don't have that problem. And the renowned spirit ashes also kind of have that in common, because with like those unique weapons and requiring a different kind of upgrade material. Because if you've ever noticed, the only spirits that have names are the renowned spirits. They're the only ones that have an identity. The others are just sort of generic soldier, whatever. Night bitch. but the renowned ashes will be like Night Bitch Jeremy. Cool. Level up a bit. Maybe some more... Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, I definitely... I don't even remember. Oh my god. I guess that's what I get for blindly walking off of a rickety wooden elevator made in the old times. Not what I meant to do. Gotta get that precious FP back. Smithing stone 5 and 6 are described as tinged with gold. 7 or 8 are described as vitrified. And that's interesting because I think vitrified means like it's been treated with heat until it's reached like sort of a glassy state. Turned into a glass-like substance by heat. Okay, cool. Good to know. Excuse me, good to know that I was we're on the same page. Jesus. So I mean, yeah, I think that they could be meteorites. They could, like... Because also there seems to be this sort of lack of a distinction between stars and meteorites in this game as well, even though they are different in real life. Because, like, okay, for instance, sorry, totally lost my train of thought. Oh, right. So, Lusat's Conspectus studies meteorites, I think, specifically, according to their crown. But all of their actual sorceries are about stars, and falling star beasts are always found by meteorites. So I think that there's something about that, and I think that the Primeval Current is sort of this... It's sort of this place where things are not definite or defined, and things are sort of more... They're unordered. So I think that maybe as things go from, like, space to... within order, they might solidify into meteorites. That's my guess. Like, they go from sort of ethereal stars to physical meteorites, I think. I fell for it again. Nope. Yup. So... I'm still not sure, though, how... Let's see, tinged with... So, I guess maybe it's the amount of gold in the stone. How pure it is, in terms of whether other things are mixed in. Like, maybe there are bits of stone mixed, like... Well, see, like, now I'm wondering if they're, like literally just like ground up gravel stones or something, because gravel stones are called compound stones, which I think just means like, you know, they're made of a bunch of things like mixed together, compounded together. Metals and stones, for instance. So I'm wondering if maybe they just sort of like used the ancient dragon's scales to make their weapons stronger. I am more obliged to think that they're probably meteorites, though. I like the meteorite idea more. I didn't love it so much before, but finding a meteorite at the end of that area was really sus. I kind of want to go check out another one of those areas soon to see if I'll find a meteorite at the end of that as well, because if I do, that sure would be interesting, to say the least. The ADSS is the Ancient Dragons. Oh, there's a bear in here. Smell a bear. Luckily, I'm pretty good at fighting rune bears. Nope. Gotta avoid those. Jesus Christ. Okay, out of blue juice. It's called Golden Gravelstone. I also out of red juice. I've still got red juice. Oh, so I should two-hand my sword now. Damn, okay. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. 1 through 8 could definitely be meteorites. But that's, I mean, that's... If the ancient dragons are stars, then that would make them meteorites as well. And gravel stones would also be, like, technically... I mean, like, not, it wouldn't make them necessarily meteorites, but it, you know, meteorite adjacent at the very least. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone lore is so cool. Essentially rewinds time for a weapon, allowing it to kill gods. I actually saw it more as, like... Instead of... Like, since the god can't die, you're twisting time into, like, a loop or something to sort of, like, trap them or permanently sort of... You're sort of trapped. Like, I think that there's a lot of weird little tricks in Elden Ring for, like, getting around being immortal, like how Scarlet Rot just, like, breaks you down into a bunch of living pieces without killing you. I'm assuming it rewinds time back to the time when Dust and Death reigned supreme as indicated by this shape. Oh, you know, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Let's see if I am stand a better chance against this guy at all. Have a few extra tricks up my sleeve. Yeah, I never really thought about how the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, is it sort of similar in shape to the Rune of Death? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of is, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I always kind of saw it as like getting around killing a god by sort of just like trapping their life, like looping it in the past or something. Okay, so I think it's doable, but I would prefer to level up a bit more so I don't have to just, like, struggle. There's a cave over here. I think it's might be Tombsword Cave or something. Like, I think there's 2 Tombsword locations. This whole area is tombs, though, so everything is kind of Tombsword, if we're being honest. How are these doing? I also... How many incantations do I have? Oh, I see. I don't have enough faith to use most of these. Bong bong. So these things are really cool. It's shaped almost exactly the same. It's definitely intentional in my opinion. I've never thought about that, but I have to think about that, like, with that, like, I have to rethink some things with that in mind, actually. Like, that might actually really, I might love that theory based, like, I need to, like, process it when I don't have streamer brain. I get 90 to 200% dumber when I'm streaming. See, the reason it took me so long to say that number was because I was trying to do that math in my dumb head. Okay, timber. Oh, also, some of these will die when this goes down. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I was wrong. No, I'm not. Okay. So, I think that their skulls might have been some of what I was, like, destroying. Like, I'm wondering if their spirits were sort of collectively attached to this and protecting it, and when I killed them and killed this, they died. Because this is not the only place where that happens. This also happens underground. It's a theory I've heard. Oh, cool. I did not know that was something people have said before, so that is reassuring. Here, oh, another site of grace. I thought that there was I think there is something close. It's not here. Maybe I totally forgot where it is. What's up? Feels okay. So yeah, there's these ruins are here as well. Maybe I'll fight the Everjail, dude. I've kind of wondered if the guy in this Everjail, the Zamor, was somehow connected to the like siege of Castle Morn, and like the person that Godfrey faced off against, but I don't know. Oh, I totally forgot. Something that... Do I not have any more stones? Oh. The stone sword keys have birds on them. And they connect, they go... Oh, that was it. That was it. It was the stone sword keys that connect everything. So the stone sword keys can go into imp statues' heads. And, oh shoot, I don't remember how I connected that to some of this other stuff. But that is how I started to connect the 4 belfries and stuff too. Damn. That's how I've been kind of connecting the 4 belfries, or whatever civilization built the 4 belfries, to whoever created the imps and the golems and blah blah blah. Apparently the stave's off destined death. So maybe it's elevating the soulless demigods to keep the deathblight away from them. So I think it was like the eclipsed sun. Oh, no, that's right. Their point is to ward off destined death, and the eclipsed sun helps with that. For giving the museum a soul so that deathblight can reach them. It could also be related to the bell underneath. We know that bells have some kind of weird effect on like spirits and stuff, and I've always assumed that it's just to like call the soul of this the like spirit of the demigod to the mausoleum so it can be reborn. But you know, they might be animating the mausoleum so that it moves and causes the bell to go bing bong. Not to be too scientific there. Where are you? Alright. So he is using Zamor Ice Storm right now, which is like really, really similar to a Banished Knight skill called Stormcaller. And there's also the fact that the Ice Rind Hatchet comes from Castle Saul, where the Banished Knights are. And it's made from the scale of an ice dragon. Oh, Jesus Christ, I wasn't even... Oh, I thought he was gonna... That was stupid. I thought he was gonna do something else. I'm so curious what the eclipse was supposed to actually do. I think that the eclipse was supposed... So I think that the eclipse is a metaphor for the a curse mark that was supposed to like become a circle on his back. Yeah, like if you look at the mending rune of the Death Prince, it actually looks a lot like an eclipsed sun, and I think that it represents like Godwin's like, or it represents like as a circle, it represents like a full death, like, and a sort of rebirth happening, a life that comes from death, so to speak. But his sun could not be fully eclipsed so to speak. He couldn't fully die. He couldn't fully die. But I think that there is... The eclipsed sun is an actual thing, right? It's an actual... It was an actual thing that helped... That's right. Earnest archaeologists proposed that draining the sun of its color was supposed to make all the yellow gold fall to the lands between. Interesting. I like that because, well, also, yeah, like it really fits with the whole theme of life coming from death and power coming from death that's like all over Elden Ring. But I also think that like what he was supposed to do was, I think that he was trying to actually reinstitute death. I think that he was trying to like restore death. I think that Godwyn was actually like in on it. Because if you're a god or demigod and a true death is just like, if you can be reborn into another body, and dying a true death isn't really a big deal. You know, it's forbidden in the Golden Order, but dying a true death should not have, like, would not have really been a problem. The reason everyone is upset is that he didn't die a true death. So I think that Godwyn was very much in on the scheme to assassinate him, and wanted to become the first of the dead, and sort of become like the new god of death, I guess. Like he was trying to become a new Nito. But wait, isn't there someone like that in one of the Dark Souls games too? Like someone that wanted to become like the new first of the dead? Damn, what a waste. Alright, I think I can get this jabroni. That was stupid of me. Dodging backwards. Okay, cool. I think I've got enough healing to get through this. Damn. Not anymore. Ah. Which is such a cool idea that I doubt Miyazaki would just give up on it after Dark Souls 3. Yeah, and I think Last Protagonist had some similar thoughts about like I think he had some similar thoughts about the eclipsed sun sort of being something that represents like, oh, it says drained, something says like drained of color somewhere as well. Wait, eclipsed sun. Sorry, what are you asking about? The eclipsed sun in Dark Souls 3 feels okay? Oh, also, one of the reasons that I think, I don't know if I've explained this to everyone that's watching right now, I think that the Zamor are arch enemies of the fire dragons because they are associated with the ice dragons that lived on the peak. So when the fire giants came and kicked the ice dragons off, chased them away, whatever, I think that, you know, that basically ignited a rivalry that the Zamor never got over. Whoa, nice. Whoopsie. Jeez. How much health does he have left? Okay. Oh, what's up, last protagonist? Sun, drained of colors, the protective star of soulless demigods. It aids the Mausoleum Knights by keeping destined death at bay. In old Dark Souls 3 concept art, the eclipse is shown with a sort of fluid pouring out of it onto the land. That is really cool. Oh, that's sort of like the Erd Tree in Shadow of the Erd Tree. Boo-woo. That was so stupid of me. This feels like this is going to be a bad run, but maybe not. Okay, yeah. Totally forgot what that attack was, so it's not bode well. Missed that. I'm just doing, like, everything wrong. That's fine. Free me from this hell. I think it's possible the sun kills things and darkness might revive them based on crucified boys. I've sort of thought something very, very similar. I agree with that, like, at least on, like, some level. Like, in terms of, like, how light and darkness affect life. I've sort of wondered if, like, darkness allows, like, life to be born, but it's not a place that life can thrive, whereas I think that the light might be a place where light can thrive, but it is, like, it causes it to, like, you know, slowly sort of extinguish. Jesus. I gotta come back here later. I don't even need, like, whatever this boss has. I'm honestly just, like, starting to butt my head against the wall. So if Mikola... let's go... north. Go to Caelid. Mikola made the sun go away. Things might revive tentatively. That Dark Souls 3 concept art is still much at play in the kiln to a degree. The eclipse turning silver at the kiln during Lord of Hollow's ending also seems important. Why can I not? Oh. I never dealt with her. Alright, so a forward... Forward roll does not deal with that. Jesus. Okay. I kind of thought she would get staggered by that, but whatever. I've actually kind of got... I think that silver could be connected to darkness at a pretty... like in the way that gold is connected to light, but that's a whole other thing. Point being, last eclipse imagery has been used and had large implications. Yeah, God. I've also wondered if maybe, like, I don't know, I'm still not 100% sure. Maybe the, a sun being eclipsed represents him turning into, like, a moon, also? Like, moons seem like they might be, like, sort of... like a... They could be a sort of... well, I don't know. That's just getting really speculative. I was gonna say they might be like a sort of... in the... I need to stop taking those chances. In the way that suns are connected to, like, light and life and stuff, moons might be connected to darkness and death. Although, I mean, I think that that's probably true to a degree. It seems like the full moon is really... with the way that the dark moon seems to, like, pull stuff in, like, it seems like it's like a black hole, almost. And the way that the rebirth, or the full moon, seems like it might be about rebirth, since, like, that seems to be, like, a really strong theme of Renala's. So I'm wondering if, like, it sort of represents, like the process of, like, life, or, like, you know, the beginning of death, like, entering death at the dark moon, and then sort of being reborn through the full moon. Arcane, darkness, cold. Yeah. All those things, I think, are all... I think all those things are connected to the moon, and possibly death, to an extent. Oh my god. Thank god, that was stupid. Okay. Maybe Kaled is also a little bit too tough for me right now. I think that was a bit of a sign. There are... Maybe I can try to make my way through Castle a little bit. I can go talk to Roger. Actually, okay, I just remembered. I am gonna go buy some incantations from Horrid. I don't have like any incantations right now, and I forgot that he just sells them.
Ah, well then.
Yeah, all of the ones that I'm really using right now are from him already, so... Your poison, that's cool.
May the gold...
Oh. That, Projection and cure poison, cool. Whoops. So, I've also just kind of thought about how there are some really interesting implications for that if silver is connected to darkness a little bit more and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, there's the Nightkin, who used to bleed silver, which kind of helps, I feel like, back that up. But it makes me think that maybe the Onyx and Alabaster Lords had some connection to the moon that we don't understand, especially since, you know, they are the same colors as the full and dark moon. And, like, you know, gravity and tides are a whole thing with the moons that could very well be related to their gravity abilities. Just one sec. It's telling me I can't snooze the ad, so that is irritating. I hope I can fix that in a sec. Sorry if you guys have to watch an ad soon. So this... I forgot how minimal some of this is. Alright, now let's go find... Oh, something kind of interesting or important about this particular... There's several interesting things with this church, actually. So this church appears in Castle Saul and in Castle Redmane. And for this particular church, the other ones are not like this, but every single one of these statues of this woman sort of jutting off the side here have been broken off or damaged in some way. And you can actually find all of them right here. Like, there's all this wreckage of, like, stuff that has just been sort of thrown into the pit. And see, yeah, I don't think it just fell off, because it didn't fall straight down. It all fell into a pit over here. It was, like, collected. There's all... It's kind of hard to see, but, this is, like, these are those statues. Like, they were sort of all put in one place. It might not be fully rendered here. There's other statues there as well, but, that seemed to be one that they were particularly drawn to.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger, I'm looking for a little something when I'm not hot-footed from the troops,
okay.
that is.
I say his name wrong all the time.
Me?
I'm also like 99% sure that Roger used to be a Flintstone, or sorry, a Karian Knight, or
not exactly a place I'd stroll into.
I guess maybe royalty. Like, he could have been like born to another, you know, not Radagon, but like he could be Renala's child. I don't think so, but
I take it.
all of the
guidance of
sorceries that we
grace.
learned from him,
Well,
or all of the Ashes of War
enjoy it
anyway,
while you can. I'm tarnished.
you'll see.
Unlike you, still, I won't forget how it
How do you
felt
fit
when
him
I
being
first
tarnished
came
into
here,
things?
to the lands between.
I
I'm
have
privy to a few magical
no
battle
idea.
arts. Would you care to learn
Like,
one?
actually, that is
As
the
a
most
fellow
confusing
tarnished,
part.
once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out.
I think,
If it
well,
please.
Selen I don't think is tarnished. I think that Selen is one of Renala's children with, like, another person. Stops said he was locked out when the war started, I think. Whenever the Academy decided to not, at least Selen's new body is tarnished. Wait, is it? So Carian Royal Prestige embodied in a skill. Defensive skill employed by Carian princesses. He knows, like, Carian royal stuff. This one's just Glintstone Pebble, like, whatever. But the other two, though. Spinning Weapon is the skill on Renala's staff. She has, like, a special copy of it, though. Can be Death Blighted and everything. Interesting. Yeah, I really have no idea how to fit the whole idea of him being tarnished into all this, because he seems like he knows all this, like, special Carian royal stuff, but I don't know how else he would, like, learn it, unless he just has been pilfering their libraries. I mean, I don't know, do they even, like, just keep stuff like that just written down? Damn. Oh my god! I cannot believe that that actually hit me. I thought I was safe. You know who can't be Death Blighted or Frenzied? D Jr. That is interesting. And I really like that too, because something that always sort of bothered me about him is that Roger calls him D's younger brother. He has a younger twin brother. And I understand you can have an older twin brother and a younger twin brother, but, like, I just sort of have a feeling that the newer one was born when I think that he was born when D met the Prince of Death. I think that his meeting with the Prince of Death had something to do with it. And that's, oh my god, no, D dies of Deathblight too. Like, he's specifically killed by Deathblight. What if... Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm wondering if that new body is, like, a body that was, like, the D Junior, whatever. He was born... He might have been born from Godwin's body or something. Whoops. Yeah, I'm kind, because, like, I mean, it looks like the Death Blight is possibly giving birth to, like, the basilisks and stuff. With, like, I mean, they kind of look like basilisks. So I'm kind of wondering if somehow it's like contact with... I don't know. That is actually super, super interesting. Especially since that's specifically how the original, like, the other, well, I guess original, I don't know, the other D dies. I have to think about that. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. It's 8 o'clock. I think the basilisks are just lizard things infected with Deathblight. It's possible, but their eyes look a lot like the eyes that are growing on all over the Deathroot, and, like, their tails look a lot like these weird sort of appendages that are coming out of, like, Deathblight things. Like, they have a lot of features that are similar and including they're also like fish-like too, which is, you know, their 2 large eyes are supposed to be a part of Godwin's face. Yeah, they have a lot of similar. I think that there's somehow like life being born from death or whatever. But anyway, it's 8:01, so I'm gonna wrap stuff up and probably gonna play Dark Souls 3 next Monday just to kind of get a little bit closer to that ending because I really want to see that cutscene, especially now that something about the Silver Sun. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.